Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of the Story Game. Our guest today is Willow.
Hello.
She's a comedian, filmmaker.
I had a whole introduction for myself.
Oh, okay.
Go for
You know,
it.
yeah,
No,
go for
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so in medieval time, I would be a jester and then burn at the stake as a witch, but now I'm just a female comedian.
Awesome. We can do that today too if you want, burn you at the stake.
If you lose.
If I lose.
Yeah.
Oh, the stake's really high now.
Yeah.
So the previous punishment was that Willow would have to eat a cricket, but I think, I think
now
burning at
it's
the
life
stake.
and death. Now
Yeah.
I really have to bring it.
So Willow is a friend of ours from the film school. We met during the pandemic, so this is actually the first time we're seeing her in person.
Yeah.
It's crazy times. She is also an international student like us, which was, something we bonded over.
Great thing.
Yeah.
Great time to be an international student these days.
And obviously very few of us in the film school, which is crazy, but here we are representing us all.
Yeah.
Exciting times. But anyway, let's get back on track. Welcome to the Story Game. My name is Aman and my co-host is Arjun.
Yes.
This is a game we used to play when we were working together in 2019, and then we brought it back to LA on set. It changed, it developed, and here we are. There are three simple rules that Arjun will now tell you.
So the first rule is the stories cannot be too long or too short. They have to have some substance to them, but we don't want to have like an epic, like a Homer's Iliad or something. The second rule, do you want to take the second rule?
The second rule is that the story has to be either completely true or completely false, in the sense that you can't just change one small detail. You can't say, oh, all of these things happened and I was wearing a green shirt, when in reality you were wearing a blue shirt, so the story is false. No, that's still a true story. The crux, the main event of the story, still has to be either true or false.
Right, and the third rule is that you can't use other people's stories because it complicates things in terms of true and false. And after the story is over, and also while you're telling the story, feel free to ask questions and stuff, and we'll flesh out the narrative from there. Okay?
Amazing. So I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah.
And let's get started. So this is a funny story, kind of. Basically, I was a mildly successful child actor, and mild is a very strong word. I was in a few national commercials, and then I had one line in one Bollywood movie when I was 8 years old, and after that, my time on screen basically dwindled. But basically, I always loved acting. I used to go to a lot of acting classes when I was a kid. I had a teacher named Rue, actually, and she always knew I wanted to be an actor at the time. And so she had a friend who used to cast these commercials, and so she used to send me, like, if you want to do it. And I was so keen that my mom was like, okay, fine. My mom didn't really care. It was like, okay, if you want to try it, fine. What's the worst that could happen? And I went for a couple of auditions, the first two, whatever, nothing really happened. And then the third audition was for this, like, it's called Bonvita. I don't know if it's like an Indian, it's a Cadbury owned drinks company. So it's like chocolate milk powder, basically. And I had no lines. It was like a group of kids we were playing. And I just, my friend's mom brought out some chocolate milk and we just had to act excited. And it was super fun. I was on set for less than half a day, and I don't think I got I might have gotten paid a few thousand rupees, but it wasn't about the money. It was just
How much is 3,000?
not a lot. It's like
It's like $50,
Oh, okay.
$50 maybe?
Yeah,
Back
less.
then a little more. No, back then a little less, right?
because back then it was back then a little more because it was
Yeah.
50 rupees to the dollar.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I mean not like
The currency exchange is different though in India,
Yeah. it was it wasn't like I was feeding my family on this money or anything. It was it was honestly for fun. And then I did a second commercial, and again I had no lines. It was a second Bonvita commercial, just about the same thing. Again, I just had a second day on set or whatever, and honestly the journey to set was longer than the time I spent on set because it used to shoot far away from my house. And then because of that casting director was doing a movie called it was called Chain Kuli Ki Main Kuli, and it was about this boy and his magic cricket bat. And I had one line, and again I was on set for less than a day, and
What was the line?
the line was, "Wow, what a shot." And that was it.
As a kid, what was your role?
I was an 8-year-old kid, and I was playing cricket against this fellow, and he basically this was like the first match that he found this magic cricket bat, and we were playing, at a park or whatever, and he hits a shot, and I just had to go, "Wow, what a shot." And that was it. That was my line. After that, I think I got paid, like 5,000 rupees maybe this time, a little more than the
Big
commercials.
guy.
Yeah. A bit of an update, and that was it. I maybe auditioned for one more movie, didn't get it, and then I think school got busy, and obviously I moved into filmmaking. But that was my time as a child actor in the mean
Brief
streets of
stint.
Bombay. Yeah,
Dang.
in Bollywood.
Dang. How did you end up watching the movie?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I don't think I went for the premiere. I don't think I was even invited to the premiere. I don't think my role was important enough. But yeah, I saw the movie. It was cool. I got some mild fame at school. Some people made fun. The "wow, what a shot" became kind of a meme, as you'd expect. But it was a good time.
Okay, how big did the movie end up getting?
It wasn't huge, it didn't earn a lot of money, but it used to play a lot on TV later on. And obviously now I don't no one really brings it's a funny anecdote oh, and I'll tell it in class or whatever, oh haha, I was in a Bollywood movie once, but not it's not it wasn't a huge movie. It obviously didn't lead to more opportunities, which is why I'm here. And it was just a lot of fun. It was just a cool sort of.
What was your acting teacher's name? Was Rue, right?
Yeah.
What was how do you spell that?
It's so her actual name is Rui, but they used to call her Rue because her family had Winnie the Pooh names. That's what she told us, at least. And Rue is a character from Winnie the Pooh.
Huh.
Her mom was called Kanga, who's Rue's mom, I think. And I forget what they call her sister. honestly.
That's cute. Yeah.
That's really cute.
No, but Rue, yeah, she wasn't really an act. It wasn't I went to acting classes. It was I was 6 years old, and my mom was just this. We used to do improv games. It was just a lot of fun. There was no pressure. It was just a good time. And then obviously I wanted to be an actor, so.
Your parents let you do that?
Yeah, my parents let me go to film school, man. They were super supportive. So,
Did you make any friends on set? Do you know anyone from set?
not really, dude. Honestly, when we were on set, there were kids. There was this one kid named Rohan. I think I spent the whole day with, but no one I really, I was so young. It was before Facebook, before phones. He went to a school that was far away from me. It's honestly, it's been years since I've even brought this up with people, because I guess not being in college, you don't really tell a lot of people the story. But it was fun, dude, and wow, what a shot, right? That's my go-to line.
Did any of your own set friends become famous?
Yeah, so the lead in the movie, who I didn't really share any scenes with him. We saw him on set, and then they did they shot some of the other kids separately. He went on to be mildly successful.
What's his name?
Honestly, this sounds so sus. I'm forgetting his name. He wasn't a big actor. He was he showed up in a couple of other movies. He was in a movie called My Friend Ganesha as well. Yeah, there was a kid who was the first commercial I auditioned for that I didn't get. The kid who got the role I auditioned for ended up in a Shah Rukh Khan movie. He was in Rawan.
Oh shit, that's pretty big, dude.
Yeah.
He has never told you about this?
So I can't really I'm asking questions as
Okay.
someone who I don't know.
Okay.
So I don't know
Arjun
if
knows the
he's-
story. I have told Arjun the story. I
Okay.
will say that.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know.
So I'm just trying to help you. What do you think? I think you gotta
I
put some pieces together.
It's either you're really good at lying, or okay, I need to think, and I need to come up with more questions, because this
Okay.
is really sus.
Yeah, I know it sounds sus. It was the thing is, I think there's that, especially in Hollywood, there's this thing with child actors where it's this intense thing. And again, I think child actor is a kind word to describe what I did, because I wasn't really an actor. I was just having a good time. And I was young and I was excited about things. So I
Did
guess.
anyone make fun of you for the chocolate milk?
Yeah, so
commercials?
like back in the day, you used to do all these like cool things, So I did like this in the commercial, so I got made fun of. But like initially, that was like I was like, what, in the second grade maybe when that happened, because I was like 6 or 7, and it's there was excitement like, oh, Aman's on TV, Aman was on TV.
Okay, so do you think failing, like not getting roles at auditions, like did that mess with you?
Not really, because I think I went for like one more audition maybe, and then my parents asked and I was like, oh, it's so far. Like I wasn't really that sad about it, because I was like, oh, when I grow older maybe. It was more like, oh, whatever, cool. I didn't really realize what was happening more than anything. I was just like, oh, this is fun. I think as I grew older, I also got a little more like self-conscious, so I was like less excited to audition. When you're a kid, you're a little bit more carefree, and with school and then sports and whatnot, like you just get busy with things. And I eventually, that love of acting, like I used to do a lot of theater in school obviously, but that love of acting sort of transitioned to a love of film, and that's how I ended up here.
I'd buy it.
Yeah?
I'd buy it. I would
Are
buy
you
it.
locking it in?
Yeah.
I think it's it's interesting because you put in so many details and stuff that it's hard not to believe,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But you could
It's
think
either
like
that or you're just really fucking good at this.
Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Completely false.
Holy
Yeah.
fucking
No,
shit!
no.
What?
Completely. I was never in a movie. I was never in a commercial. I did audition for like a commercial once maybe.
That's
But
crazy because I thought this was true. I
you
don't know
serious?
because I thought you told me this and it was true. I guess
after like I remember the story I told you. No, that was for like a poster ad campaign for a charity. That was the only thing I actually got. I didn't really like. I went for auditions. But yeah, no, I was never in the movie. Wow, what a shot! Never happened.
Did you like had a whole day of sitting down and planning out all of the details?
Okay, no. So the movie, it's a real movie, but it's shot years ago, and I haven't even seen. I remember I saw like the commercials for the movie. So it is a real like that part, but I was never in the movie, obviously.
But the wow, what a shot! It's
That
in
was-
the trailer.
No, it's not. It's not. That I just made that up. That was fake. Yeah.
It's pretty good, man.
Yeah.
Rohan, the hand signs.
thing,
Gosh, what?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
That
man.
level of improvisation.
That's
Impressive.
and that's the first story we've told on this podcast that wasn't true, by the way. Because the
Yeah.
last
Because last time we like had a snowball effect because I started with a true story, then
Okay.
the guest did a true, then Aman did true, then it was like if we do a false one it'd be obvious. So I registered true once
Yeah.
again.
Well, okay, I did actually have an acting teacher named Rue as well, and she is one of the largest reasons I did go into film. But she never gave me like a commercial to do or whatever. No, that
So see, there's an example of a detail being true, but
Yeah.
the story
Dang.
being
the,
false.
the main story is false, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well,
A lot
yeah.
of pressure. This one.
Very
Okay.
impressive, Aman, honestly, I have to say.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
he gets a
Thank you.
point.
I get a
Okay.
point. You unfortunately don't get a point,
It's okay.
but
I'm just like kind of half-assing it so I can eat the crickets.
yeah. No.
Alright.
So how about this, Willow? Whether you win or lose, you can eat the cricket. How about
I
that?
mean, I don't want to earn it.
Okay.
I want to earn the right to eat the cricket.
How about if you win, you eat the cricket?
Yeah.
That's an
Since
incentive.
you want to try
Okay.
it, yeah.
Okay.
I honestly, I want you to try it because I want Arjun to try it and he's refusing.
Okay, what if like you hold down his hands
I-
I cover his eyes and we just throw it into his mouth.
We got so close last time. I put it in his hand. It was in his hand, and I was like, "Bro, eat it." And our previous guest ate it. I ate it, and he was like, "No, I can't do it. I
Yeah.
can't do it."
I had a moment. I was just like, I saw its legs and stuff, and its little eye, and I was like, this is too weird.
This reminds me of like diving. Like, have you ever jumped off a dive board before?
Yeah,
It's like that.
The-
You just gotta do it.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
I just gotta,
Yeah.
it's up to fate. It's up
to
to
fate.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave it up to fate.
I mean, this is like it's food safe. It looks a bit like scary because they want it to be all creepy because I got it at the Jurassic Park ride, so they wanted to be like, oh.
Yeah, but I can't even eat like fish if it's like a full fish. Like I
No?
feel a little weird about that. Like if I see the eye of the fish, like that's a little weird.
I
To
used
me,
to
bro.
feel that way too, and then I learned that the eye of the fish is actually like super like tender meat, and
I'm
so
sure.
I've eaten the eye of the fish before. Honestly, not bad,
I've-
dude.
Like it's a big thing in China. It's a big
There you
thing.
go,
Like
yeah.
you like all the kids fight to eat the eye of the fish.
Yeah, it's super good
And
too.
then once I get it, I don't chew it. I just like dump it down like it's a pill.
Yeah.
Just like swallow it like with water.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I guess I have to eat fish eyes
Yeah,
now. No,
dude.
but my point is, like, even when I'm eating, like, a chicken or a steak, I'm not, like, thinking, like, oh, this was a chicken with feathers once. That doesn't make me want to eat it, Like, but whereas, like, a steak or a chicken, it's formless currently. It's just a food thing to me.
Okay, what if we chop it up?
Yeah, like crush it into a powder.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this. you gotta tell a story.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It was my first time coming to LA.
Okay.
I was sitting on the plane. At the time, like, La La Land was a big thing. The movie was
Mhm.
really cool, and I was this kid from bumfuck China. Not really bumfuck China, but like a small city in China, not a big one. And I was sitting on the plane, and I saw the lights in LA.
Okay.
And you know how the lights can be just really like amazing
Mhm.
when you first came here and you have no idea what happens in those lights, the disgusting deeds that happens in the lights. So I was like,
Wait,
oh,
sorry, what lights?
the city lights, just
Oh, okay,
LA,
okay.
like,
Okay, the lights, yeah.
that you
Okay.
see from the plane.
Right, okay.
And I was like, that is marvelous. So I had the aisle seat and I leaned over to the window seat, and I was trying to take a photo.
Uh-huh.
And then there was an old lady sitting at the window seat,
Okay.
and we started talking.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "You look so young. Why are you traveling alone? What are you
Mhm.
here for?" And I was traveling alone at the time, and I was 17 years old,
Okay.
and I really like talking to strangers when they start talking to me.
Mm-hmm.
So I told her this whole thing, like, I'm here for a summer film camp. I'm here just to like learn how to make movies because I want to be a filmmaker. And she's like, "Oh, that's wonderful. My son-in-law is a film director,
Okay.
and he has a Spirit Award.
Whoa.
Okay.
He was nominated for Spirit Award. You know what? I can introduce you guys." And I
amazing.
started talking to a lady, and then like all the way from when the plane landed to when we and my dad, because it was the first time I traveled outside of China alone, and my
Mhm.
dad like kind of called me a pickup service.
Okay.
So I had a car to pick me up,
Mhm.
and I invited the lady to sit in the car with me and like ask the driver to drop her off as well. And then we exchanged phone number, and she's like, "I'm gonna text you, and you're gonna come over for dinner tomorrow night."
Okay.
And then she invited me to go to her family's dinner. I met her son-in-law, who was nominated for the Spirit Award. His
Mm.
entire family,
What's his
and
name?
Yeah.
Andrew Wagner.
Okay.
Okay. What
do you
did he make? Yeah.
It's like this rom-com, I think. It's like a indie rom-com.
What is it? What is it called?
Shit, I don't remember.
Okay.
Interesting.
That's
I
cool,
don't
though.
remember. It's an indie rom-com with like a pretty big name actor from around the time, but it was pretty old guy. And I think it's a rom-com about like a professor and a student, or like an older man and a younger man.
Oh, is it the Hugh Grant movie?
I have no idea.
Okay. Maybe.
Maybe.
Uh huh.
And they invited me over for dinner. It was like a huge, super happy dinner. I met his daughters as well, and they really liked me.
Okay.
They had so many questions about China, and like they would just
Uh-huh.
ask me all these questions about China, and I was telling them all these questions about China, answers them all of their questions about China, and then I even got the number of his daughter-in-law,
Amazing.
and and that was it.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
I
Crazy.
had
Yeah.
dinner as a 17-year-old who travels alone in the city of LA with a Spirit Award nominated director.
That is
That's awesome.
a
Yeah.
fascinating
If
story.
it's true.
Yeah.
But that sounds like incredibly dangerous, though.
Yeah. I
so-
can be reckless.
I have a few questions.
Yeah.
What year was this?
2017.
2017.
She did say
Okay.
that.
And
This was before college then?
It was, yeah.
So you'd already gotten into USC and you were like...
No.
it was the year
Oh.
before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And where was it a USC film camp?
No.
Okay. Where was what?
It's in Northwestern.
Okay. Northwestern, but
Yeah.
it was in LA.
No. I just landed, I landed in Seattle.
Okay.
Flew from Seattle to LA, and that's where I met the lady.
Okay, and then you were going to like
Um,
Chicago? or
yeah.
whatever? Okay. Interesting. And
That whole thing was sus right now.
Yeah,
It
that
seems
was-
super shady with the details, but okay.
what airline did you fly?
I'll say American.
Okay. And this lady, why was she in China?
Oh, she wasn't in China. I was flying
Oh, from Seattle.
She was
Seattle.
flying a domestic connection flight. So you were heading
Yeah.
home.
No, I was heading to. So I went from my hometown to Seattle because that was the only
Direct
destination direct flight in LA, not in America.
Uh-huh.
And then from Seattle, I took another connection from Seattle to LA because I wanted to see LA.
Okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Okay, where did you stay in LA when you...
I think Mid City,
Okay.
Okay.
Like a hotel?
Airbnb.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Because I was 17, I couldn't stay in a hotel. I was,
Right, okay.
Oh, really? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Mid city, huh? So your dad chartered this car for you,
Yeah.
and you like invited her with you. Where did she live?
I knew she lived 8 minutes away from where I was.
Okay,
Okay.
interesting.
How old was she? Like, she seemed like an older lady, or?
Like a really elegant older lady.
Mm-hmm. And
Like
she was white?
Yeah.
Interesting, okay.
They love learning about the culture.
See, again,
Sorry.
I'm inclined to say it's true,
Yeah.
but there was some sus details. But
There was a little shadiness with the details, yeah. I think it's true though. Like, it seems like such a true thing.
yeah, it seems it's a great story if it is true. I will have to let me just say that, regardless of whether it's true or false, it's a great story.
The one thing is, like, when you started asking her about flights and stuff, and you were talking about cities, it just didn't feel right to me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So where's Northwestern? In Chicago?
Evanston, so like north
Yeah.
of Chicago.
So now it's not a few friends who went to Northwestern.
Like landing in Seattle, going to LA, then going to Chicago.
And then did you fly back to Seattle and home?
And also because like the flight from Seattle to Chicago is expensive.
Okay.
It's really expensive.
Okay.
Oh,
But then shouldn't the flight from LA to Chicago also be expensive?
I think it's probably cheaper because LA is like a bigger hub than Seattle.
Okay, that tracks. That tracks. Okay, I can buy that.
All right, I think I'm gonna go with. I think it's true. Yeah.
You know
Seems
what?
like a true story.
I'm also gonna say true, but if it's false, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm gonna say true.
I was so close to fooling you guys. I was so close.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
So it's true.
I'm
Awesome.
so close.
you were super
Well
close.
played though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do that on purpose? The flight thingy, making
It
a
was
little-
actually real. Like
Yeah.
I was trying to be a little blurry about it.
Mhm. That's crazy. No,
That's
that was a
good,
good
though.
story.
Well
Yeah.
played. Yeah.
I
That's
want-
super interesting. Though.
Yeah, I want to find out what movie he made.
Yeah, I think his name's Andrew Wagner.
Let me look him up. Andrew Wagner, American film director. That's amazing.
Did he
That's
make
so
anything
cool.
else?
He made Breakable You, The Talent Given Us, Starting Out in the Everything, and Looking for Jimmy. His
Oh,
four
I think
big
he was
movies
looking for Jimmy that got nominated.
that got nominated.
You gotta look up
Mhm.
which one got nominated because I even did my homework the night before. Like I found a bootleg version of it on a Chinese website because at the time I didn't know how to bootleg American movies
Mhm.
and I also didn't have any of the streaming accounts.
Mm.
Yeah.
So I just found like a bootleg version and I like fast forward through the movie so I like have something to talk about with the director.
Was it good?
I I don't remember.
This is this the one? I think this is the one you're talking about an academic novelist, right?
Yeah.
It was called Starting Out in the Evening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this guy is like, I've seen him in a couple of things. I don't know how to say them. Frank Langella was the main actor.
Interesting.
No.
He was in Dracula and he was in Frost Nixon and a bunch of he's like, I've seen him around. He's like a character
Interesting,
actor.
though. Well played story.
Yeah,
though.
that's a cool story.
It could have
You did
done-
almost fool me because I was almost gonna switch.
Same,
But
dude.
then,
Dang.
yeah.
Should have added something a little shady.
Yeah.
No, that was a good story. I enjoyed
Yeah.
that. But close? You're getting that?
So close.
You're getting that?
Yeah.
So Arjun's turn.
Okay, yeah, my turn. Okay, so this is a bit of a like weird, mystical, trippy story, right? So, I think it was in after freshman year, I went to travel in north of India, with my friends, right? And it was like a not kind of like we were staying in hotels or Airbnbs or whatever. It was like a totally low budget kind of like we were just hiking, backpacking kind of thing, and like we'd find hotels and they'd be super cheap. There weren't really hotels. They were more like this guy has like a room and stuff, and we stayed with him and stuff. So it was a group of 3 people, myself included. So it was me and 2 other friends, and basically we would just smoke a lot of weed and kind of like hang out in these like super hippie places, right? These places in India where like a bunch of white people come and smoke weed and like meditate and like read the Vedas and stuff.
But
So
is weed legal in India?
no,
No.
but it's like it's not legal, but it's like kind of understood that people smoke a lot and stuff, but only in certain places. So we were in Rishikesh. So this is this place, I don't remember exactly where it was because this whole thing is a haze, right? But I distinctly remember this crazy experience that happened, and it was we had some weird food, right? And I don't know why I didn't get food poisoning or my other friend did, but one of my friends, Aditya, got like really bad food poisoning.
So what were your friends' names?
Aditya and Nikhil.
Aditya, Nikhil.
Punya, Punya,
Yeah.
right? Oh, you don't know him.
But I know of him. Okay.
Yeah, so Punya, well, I just call him Punya. It feels weird to call him Aditya. I don't know why I said Aditya. But anyway, Punya got food poisoning, right? And it was really bad, right? And his stomach was bad, and I think he was like starting to get a fever and stuff, so we got like really scared. We were trying to figure out what to do because also we were in like this place, Rishikesh, but Rishikesh is really big, so there's this place like adjacent to Rishikesh, which is like a smaller village, and like to go back to Rishikesh, we'd have to like take like a 7-hour hike or something, and then go to the nearest hospital to Rishikesh, which would be a whole other thing. And this guy was clearly not in like a walking condition, right? So we go to like the guy who we're staying with, and we're like, yo, listen, like this guy's really fucked up, like he's got really bad food poisoning. What do we do?
Wait,
right?
like in a hotel or like hostel?
It was, yeah, it kind of was like a hotel, but it wasn't a hotel.
So it's like like a hostel, right? Like a.
You could say that. It was more like this guy had a really big house, and he would like, since there's a lot of tourism in the area, he would like rent it out to people. Is that a hostel?
Yeah,
Kind of.
Wait,
basically.
how'd you guys find this person?
You just go there, dude. You just go to places and you like ask people. Like it's weird. I also like I'm not the best at Hindi, as Aman knows, so my friends were kind of doing most of the talking and stuff. I was doing most of the anyway. So this guy was fucked up, fever, terrible stomach, and he's like, okay, so there's this person that you can talk to. Take him to her. She lives like here. Give us the address or whatever. Not really an address, more like he just pointed us in the direction of like there's this woman who lives over there. So we go to the place, and there's like kind of it's not like a mud hut, but it's very similar. It's just like a lot of bricks and stuff and cement, and it's got like this thatch roof. And so we go inside, and we're like, yo, this guy's really sick, can you help us out and stuff? And so she's like, yeah, of course, pay me up front though. And we were like, okay, sure, a bit sus, but sure. So we paid her like 600 rupees, which is not like a terrible like amount, but it's like still paying up front is a bit sus. So we were like, okay,
Yeah.
600 rupees.
That's less than $10, but that's also like in Indian money, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can get
Yeah,
you
you can get like 3 meals with 600
Oh,
rupees.
yeah.
So we were like, okay, yeah, I mean, he's fucked up. I mean, what other choice do we have? So, so she has him lay down, and she's like, and she starts like grinding these herbs in a mortar and pestle, and she takes it and she rubs it on his stomach, and then she makes him sniff this like oil or something, and then she just like is like, let him stay here tonight. Just let him sleep here, and you guys can, you can stay here if you want, or you can go back. So I think. So I went back, and my friend stayed there for a while, and he came back eventually, in the middle of the night, and then we went there the following morning, and this guy was totally chilling, dude. Like, he was fine, and he got up, he was ready to hike and stuff, and he was totally like, his food poisoning gone, whatever, fever gone. He told me like he felt like really, really good, like better than he's ever felt, and I was like, well, that's awesome, dude. Good for us. And we thanked the lady, and we were like, we can pay you more, like, this is so nice. But she was like, no, you already paid me up front. So, yeah.
What did you eat that gave him food poisoning?
I think it was like one of those, like, thalis. Like, it's like a plate of, like, multiple things.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think the reason why I got it is because he's vegetarian.
Okay.
And, like, we had the non-veg thali, which was just, like, chapati, like, bread, and, like, 2 different types of meats, and then he had like a different vegetarian one with a variety of vegetables and stuff. So yeah.
Interesting. What do you think?
Why does a vegetable ones more likely to give you food poisoning than meat?
I don't know. Sure.
Let me think. How far was the house from where you were staying?
It was like maybe, I don't know, to be honest, maybe 10 minutes walk, I guess. 5 minutes walk, I don't know.
What was the street like? Like, is it like in the mountains and like really
Yeah,
hilly?
it's like a hilly area, so like, it's a lot of green, a lot of like luscious trees and stuff. And the city, like, it wasn't a city, it was like there's Rishikesh is kind of a city, more of a town, and then the town that we were in was kind of like a village, even smaller, right? And it's kind of like on the hill, so it's like, hard to get around, and there are these little paths that go up and stuff, so that's how you go up and down.
Did you guys have like a guide or something taking you around?
No, not really. I mean, what were we gonna get a guide for, right?
Interesting.
It's mostly people just chilling, dude. Like,
how did you know the way to, like, on the 7? Like, how did you know what street to take on the 7-hour hike?
I mean, it's a path, right? So it's like you ask someone like who you stay with. It's all really like you ask someone who you're staying with, like, okay, where do we go from here? And they're like, okay, take this road and then just follow it up the mountain, right? And then you'll get there. And yeah, and then you just, on the way, you're like, yo, where's this place? I think it was called Kutla, the place that we were staying in.
Interesting.
And so it's like, yo, where's Kutla? And they're like, yeah, just keep walking 2 miles or whatever, kilometers. Probably not, but they're just like, yeah, just keep walking.
Where was this restaurant in relation to where you were living?
The restaurant, it wasn't like a restaurant. Again, it was this guy cooked for us,
Oh
basically.
my god.
So, it wasn't like a fancy place, it wasn't like a hotel hostel type of thing. It was like, this guy's got a bunch of rooms, he's got a kitchen, he caters to the tourists that come.
Were there any other tourists living there while you were there?
Yeah, there were a couple people, but we didn't really like interact with them that much. I think there was like a couple Indians, and I do remember, I think, a white dude that was there. So, white dudes in India are a little uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What do you think, Willow?
There are just some things that sound really sus.
Yeah.
Like how did your friend tell you anything about how he like got healed over the night?
Yeah, he just said like, so I remember her like rubbing the thing on my stomach, and I remember sniffing the oil and stuff, and then like we were trying to be good friends and stuff. Oh, we'll stay and stuff. He's like, nah, brother, you're gotta go to sleep and stuff. So he just passed out. We went home, passed out. We went back there.
What, you said one of your friends did?
Yeah. He was, so I mean, he stayed for a while, but then eventually he went back, right? Because we were tired, also, dude.
I'm leaning towards false because of the friend detail.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you locking it in?
No, actually, I'm gonna go true.
Why?
Because I just saw your face.
Okay.
Okay. You locking in true?
Yeah.
Lucky and true. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. It is.
It's false.
It's false.
Fuck.
You were so close, Willow.
Fuck!
Damn, bro, you almost caught me, dude. I slipped up. I
Fuck.
slipped up
No.
so bad.
I was so close.
You were so close. Dude.
Don't change your answer last minute.
I
You've taken enough tests to learn that.
I did throw in the smile as like a last minute kind of ditch effort to trick you, and I guess it worked.
I'm so bad at lying. I'm also so bad at detecting other
that was yeah. It was so close.
Yeah.
That's
Gosh.
unfortunate.
That was good though.
Because
yeah.
that means Arjun and I are now tied on points.
Yeah.
Um,
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, do we guess? Oh yeah, we got.
Yeah, we both guessed. So we're both on 2. And Willow, unfortunately, you had to make your mark. But you have.
It's okay. I might just like settle on 0 point and go on. I'm Chinese, okay? I go extremes. I'm either the fucking best or I'm the worst.
But you also have the
You
second
have a whole
round.
other round, which means you could win
Up to 4
1,
more points.
2, 3, 4 points
Yeah.
technically.
Okay.
And we can only win up to 2 more.
Yeah.
So you have a shot of winning it all. Dude.
Okay.
That's not
Also, don't we do like something for the last round? The guest gets double points or something,
Yeah.
possibly.
we depending on how good your score is or how bad
Okay.
your score is, we can give you an extra shot.
A daily double.
Yeah, daily
Daily double.
Damn, dude. So that was a fun round. That was 2 false stories, which were the first 2 false stories on the pod. And you're getting better. You're getting that. I think.
Yeah.
Super.
You almost caught me, really. I was nervous because like I had clearly slipped up, and I could see that you had gotten
Jesus,
on to
I
me.
was so close.
Yeah.
I can just tell myself I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
You technically did.
And
but
technically, I did.
I
Yeah.
deceived you. I threw up a veil of acting.
That's impressive though. That last
Gosh.
mile, the fact that that's what turned it.
You guys are fucking psycho.
Maybe.
We've just done this far too often, I think.
Yeah,
We're
maybe.
just used to now. We're just really good liars. Or
Yeah,
if
Oh
we're being
my
kinder,
God.
we're just really good actors. Maybe that's what it is. Great storytellers,
liars.
right?
This is why
Pathological liars.
theater school did not work out for me.
Yeah.
You want to go? Round
Yeah.
2.
Let's do it. So I have 15 stitches on my head. The first 8 stitches,
Great story. Start this way.
I was super young. This is the story of how I got the last 7, but I'll go through the first 8. The first 8 stitches I got, I think my mom told me I was about 7 months old, and we were at so I grew up in Mumbai, Bombay, and there's a small sort of town called Lonavala. It's we call it a hill station in India, which my Nana Nani had a house there. You would go and you'd go on for the weekend or whatever. And so my parents were at my Nana Nani and my grandparents, my mom's parents had a house there, and they were there, and I'd just been born. I was super young, maybe not, maybe I was slightly older than 7 months. I was young enough to not remember it myself, but old enough to be jumping around. And apparently I was in my mom's arms, and I jumped out because I just learned how to sort of walk and whatever, and I smacked my head against the edge of a glass table, and I got cut. And I think over time it sort of healed, but I had a cut here, and I got 8 stitches, whatever, and everyone freaked out. And then when I was 4 years old, I was with my mom's dad, my nana, again, and he had taken us to McDonald's, and we all love going to McDonald's. And it was me, my brother, one of my brother's best friends from school, and my grandfather. And my mom was out of town, and my dad was at work, and we were just there, we were getting lunch or whatever, and my grandfather placed the order, and while he went to place the order, I was like rocking on my chair like this, and this was a McDonald's. It was in like a shopping mall, and so there was a glass wall at the back, right? You know how they have those big glass so you can look in when you're in a mall.
Yeah.
Like, so there was a glass wall at the back, and I was rocking my chair, and I smashed my head against the glass wall, and obviously started bleeding. I started crying. They rushed me to the medical center in the mall. They were like, "Oh, it's bad. He has to get stitches." They took me to the nearest hospital. The same doctor who operated on my first thing when I had these stitches did the surgery. My dad rushed from work, and yeah, I got stitches. I was at home from school for a while. I was like 4 or 5 years old, super young, and after I healed and I was back in school, a week after I healed, I was playing football, like soccer, with my brother with like a small ball around the house, and we had a glass coffee table, and the ball went under the glass coffee table, and I hit my head again, and
This man needs to stay away from glass.
and like I got cut, and they were like, "Bro, it's way too soon for us to operate again." So they just like they put like like cartoons, they put like a bandage around your head, and they sent me off. And my parents got rid of all the glass tables in the house. We had to change our dining table and our coffee table because they were like, "Look, this kid is like a nuisance."
Did your parents have to pay for the glass that you broke?
The glass didn't break at McDonald's. Like it was like super sturdy glass. My head just cracked open, dude, because I smashed against it. The glass was fine.
No bone fracture or anything?
Just stitches. Just stitches.
Did you cause a scene? Like, were people really worried?
Yeah, I mean, suddenly there was like a loud bang and there was blood on the glass, and there was like a young kid just like crying, right? I guess, I mean, again, it was really long ago, but yeah, I honestly, I got a lot of head injuries when I was a kid. I used to like hit my head a lot. It was a bit of a problem. Maybe that's why I ended up like this, but yeah, obviously I don't remember the first. So like the story about me being 8 months, 9 months old and getting the first stitches is, I'm just retelling a story I've been told.
8 stitches for 8 months old.
Yeah,
That's
I might have been a
lot
little
of
older.
stitches.
That's my bad. I might have it was before I could before I have any real memories. I was pretty young. Yeah, it was not. And again, like I jumped and I hit a glass table and I was just bleeding.
Do your parents make fun of you for that?
Yeah, I mean, after a while it became kind of a joke, the amount of times I used to hit my head. Like we used to have just ice packs in the fridge, knowing that if I went out I would get injured probably. I'm just a clumsy guy.
It's like a traumatic experience for the parents too.
Yeah, my mom just freaked out a bunch, and that's why we got rid of all the glass furniture. And yeah, I 15 stitches on my head, and again, it's a fun anecdote. It's been years. I was 4, so yeah, it's like 2003, 2004 when this happened. It's been 18 years. Jeez, bro, I was damn old.
Where is it?
So at the back of my head.
Okay.
And it was like here or something. I mean, it's healed now. You can't see anything. Like that was 22 years ago almost, right? 21 years ago. The one at the back is also. I used to have like a bump, and after a while it just sort of settled into the skin.
Did you do you touch it? Like, this is probably not related to the game, but I'm just really curious. Like, do you make a habit to touch your head?
When I'm talking about this, I tend to start touching it just because like I'm trying to see if I feel it. But yeah, now I genuinely can't feel it anymore. When I was a kid, like a few years after, I could feel like a little bit. Now it's been the skin has probably healed over it. It's all good.
Wait, so you didn't get stitches for the second injury that happened when you were playing football with your brother?
I didn't, because I just got in stitches and they were just like, "Bro, we can't keep doing this." Like, just.
What do you mean you can't keep doing this?
Because it was way too soon. For like, it can be like a traumatic thing for your head.
Did you tear like the first one?
No.
Or
it was like a different.
Where was that?
first one or the second?
No, the
The second
second
one.
one.
It was the second one, like the one where I was playing football. It was at like the corner of my head.
Well, you were crawling under
Wait, so
the
there?
table.
I'm so confused. There are 3 events.
There are
right?
3 events. 2 of them resulted in stitches, and the third one they were just like, "Bro, we're not doing this again." Like they just old school bandaged me up, and they were like, "Go live, just live your life."
How long did you had the bandage?
I don't remember the exact date, but maybe like half a week or so, and then eventually it was just like a smaller bandage until the cut just healed.
Did you have to go back to school with the bandage?
Yeah, I remember very distinctly me going to school with my head all wrapped up, and my friends were like, "What the fuck happened?" And I was like, "Haha."
How old were you again?
Like 4 or 5. I was in prep, which was like, it's also called upper KG or upper kindergarten. It's because we follow the British school system,
Yeah.
so it's just before the first grade. It was called like, we used to call it prep, but I know some other schools called it like UKG or whatever. It was right after kindergarten, but before the first grade. So I was like 5.
What do you think, Willow? It's an interesting story for sure.
It's an interesting story.
Uh-huh.
It has a touch of fake.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to read his
I'm
expression
not.
right
I'm
now.
not going to. You guys are fucking psychopaths.
That didn't work last time.
It's not going to work. To learn my lesson. You told a fake story already.
I did tell a fake story, but last time I told 2 true stories.
Yeah.
I want to say it's fake.
It's fake?
Yeah.
Are you locking it in?
Yes.
It's true, man.
Jesus
It
fucking
has
Christ!
it.
I'm really bad at this.
Yeah.
It's true. I don't know if you guys can see. I used to have like a cut here somewhere. There's like a line.
Mm.
It might have healed over now. Let me see if I can find it. But I used to have like,
Like there is like a shadow.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. Like I used to have like a very clear cut on my forehead. Sorry, let me just check if I can see.
I figured it was true because of like the ridiculousness of like the 3 in a row
Yeah.
type of thing.
I don't know. No, was it here?
I had something like that once. I like hurt my knee once, and then, like 3 days later, hurt it again.
Oh god. Yeah, see that? So it is here somewhere. I don't know if there's like a slight mark here still.
Oh,
Can you see?
it's a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
I think
can't
it,
see
it might have healed over now. But I used to have like a very clear line at some point. And yeah, I did a lot of head injuries as a kid. So I have 15 stitches on my head.
Shit. Okay, my goal now is to be the worst. So here it comes.
Let's do
It's
it.
a love story.
Okay.
So I was in choir in middle school. I cannot sing anymore.
Okay.
I'm tone deaf before middle school. I'm tone deaf after middle school. But during middle school, I like my voice. During the voice change, I could sing.
So it's superstar suddenly, right?
Not really. But I was in the choir.
Okay.
And my middle school's choir happened to be the best choir in the city.
Okay.
And like one of the best choirs in China actually.
Whoa.
Because we had a really, really good like teacher who directs the choir of the elementary school across the street.
Okay.
And a lot of people from the elementary school go to my middle school.
Mhm.
And we just end up like rehearsing together. And in the last summer of my middle school,
Mhm.
my choir was going to basically the choir Olympics
Okay.
in I think Lithuania.
Okay.
Or no, it was in is Latvia a country?
Latvia?
Latvia, yeah.
Is Latvia still a country? It is. I'm
Lat-
gonna sound so
Latvia.
They're
stupid.
flying you out there, like they're.
Yeah, so
wow.
well, like we have to pay for it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Latvia is still a country.
Yeah,
I'm
we have to
not
pay
being
for it.
stupid.
So our choir went to Latvia for like the choir Olympics,
Uh-huh.
and like there were a lot of like our other choirs there, and like there was a lot of other choirs there, and there was this one choir from I think Kazakstan.
Okay.
Yeah, and like we got scheduled the same day to rehearse and everything, and they were also like a teen choir,
Okay.
and there was this one guy who just like staring at me the whole fucking time.
Okay.
And then I was like, he was kind of cute, so I was like looking at him the whole
Uh-huh.
fucking time, And then during lunch break, like I wasn't really close with the other people in my choir because I was just like a really weird kid in middle school.
Okay.
I was really, really quiet and like I didn't really like to talk to people, so I wasn't really close with other people in the choir. And there was like a long table in like the dining area of the rehearsal hall.
Okay.
So there was like some space. So I was sitting like at the end of that table because I just didn't really want to talk to anyone. And I was sitting at the end of the table, and then there was some space next to it, like next to where we were, and the guy who was staring at me the whole time came to sit across from me.
Okay.
And then we just started talking because I was really good at English.
Okay.
And we started talking, and like we didn't really know what each other was talking about actually, because like he's not that good at English and I was like, good at English for a Chinese middle schooler. So we started talking, and he's like asked me like how old I was, and I was like I'm 15, and he was like how old are you? And he's like also like 16ish, and we just started talking about like schools, and like at some point he asked me like, do you have a boyfriend?
Okay.
And I was like, no, my parents don't allow me to have boyfriends before I turn 18. It is true. My parents are like, you should not be dating before you turn 18.
I feel like
It's like a really classic
parents.
Chinese parents thing.
honestly a classic like Asian parenting, right?
Yeah.
Because a lot of like my friends, even not that I had many options before I was 18, so my parents didn't say anything.
Yeah, same.
But I know a lot of my friends were like not allowed to date before 18.
Yeah.
That tracks. Okay.
Yeah, so we were like talking,
Uh-huh.
and because it was the last summer of middle school, and like the next entire school year is like hell for me.
Okay.
So I had to like start reviewing stuff because at the end of middle school there is a high school entrance exam in China,
Okay.
and it's like one of the most important tests in your entire life.
So what is your middle school, like what grade were you in, the 10th grade?
Ninth.
Ninth. Okay.
Yeah.
So your middle school.
I just finished 8th grade.
Okay.
And I
so
was
it was the
going to
between.
ninth, yeah.
Okay.
So I was going to 9th grade, and there's a huge exam at the end of 9th grade. Where
Okay.
you're spending basically the entirety of 9th grade like preparing yourself for that exam.
Okay.
So at the point, because I'm like an academically rigorous kid, so I started like, like the conversation dies down a little bit, and I was like, I'm gonna pretend I'm studious. Just gotta show a little studious facade. So I started like doing my homework, and I
Okay.
have like a little like a bookend, not bookend, what do you call it? Bookmark.
Okay.
A bookmark that kind of looks like a hairpin.
Mm-hmm.
And I just had that hairpin, and he just like keeps looking at my hairpin bookmark, and like other people were still eating, and I was just like, I'm gonna go stay ahead because I'm studious. So I started reading, and then he saw my bookmark and he asked me what that was, and I was like, it's a bookmark, and he's like, can I see it? Because it's a really like Chinese style bookmark with like, it's kind of like a little like China, it's white, and like there are some paintings on it,
Okay.
and it's like long, and it's like something that you can paint your hair. And he took it, and he like looked at it, and I just didn't really bother because I'm like shy and stuff. I didn't want to like look at him playing with my bookmark. So I just kept reading and kept doing my homework, and then I felt something in my hair, and he just like put that bookmark in my hair.
Whoa.
And I had just look at him like, and he was like, he just like smiles at me like really sneaky, and I was like, okay.
That guy's smooth.
Yeah, that's
dude.
smooth. That
Smooth.
was
Yeah.
impressive.
And I was going to talk to him more, and he like, we exchanged names and stuff, of course.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to talk to him more, and but then like my choir was going to leave, so I had to leave. And I was like, guess I'll see you at the competition and stuff. And he's like, yeah, sure. But then I didn't end up seeing him at the competition. And it just kind of ended like that, like a really cute Kazakstan boy who hit it on me, and nothing happened after that. And I still, like, I actually went home and like tried to look him up,
Uh-huh.
and I like, cause I only knew his first name.
Ooh. What was his first name?
Nikita.
Nikita. Okay.
And
Believable.
I only knew his first name, so I
Mhm.
went on. I think Russian Facebook, because like all the Eastern European countries have like a Facebook thing,
Uh-huh.
and
Like a Facebook equivalent.
yeah, equivalent. I
Okay.
think it's called VK or something.
Okay.
Okay.
And I went on VK and looked. I looked up Nikita on VK. There were like 200 of them.
Oh no.
Couldn't find him. So I
Damn.
never found Nikita, but my school won. Like
Yeah?
Oh,
I think
wow.
like second place or something.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
At the choir Olympics.
So we have an award-winning singer on the
Yeah,
podcast.
crazy.
Yeah.
Should have said that in the introduction.
Maybe.
Award-winning singer
maybe
who can
not.
no longer sing
Yeah.
with very very bad what's it called? When you tone deaf.
Tone deaf.
deafness.
That's
That's a, for
very
sure.
cute story.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
interesting, very sweet. I like especially the hairpin part.
Yeah.
That's, if I was 15, I would not be able to pull that off with a girl, dude. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I would.
Bro got some moves.
Yeah.
Nikita, man, come on, dude. Nikita.
Yeah.
Like I
that-
spent 3 months trying to search for him just because that one pin.
Yeah. Damn.
that. I mean, if that is a fake story, you should make that into a movie. If it's a real story, you should definitely make that into a movie, because that's the cutest meet cute. Dude.
Maybe I'll find Nikita one day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
years later, dude.
Maybe he's gonna listen to this podcast.
Maybe.
Find me. Come here.
Uh,
I'm more than 18 years old now.
I have to say true.
I think it's true as
I
well,
have to
but
say
I'm
true.
a little tepid on that because I don't know.
Why?
No, because you started it by saying like, I'm gonna be the worst at this, and then if this is a fake story, this is like a really well thought out story. I mean, there were parts of it that were little sus to me. You did say when we asked about when you said the parents 18 thing, you said, oh, but that's true, indicating the rest of it wasn't true.
Mm.
But I might be reading too much into
Oh,
that.
that's a really interesting. I didn't even notice that. That's
Yeah.
such an interesting. Wow.
But you know it's true. Like,
I do know it's true, but you said, oh, this is true. I
no,
said,
I'm like talking to the audience.
okay.
Did she say like, this is true, like this part is true, or is it like, oh, this is true, not the rest of it?
Yeah, see, that's what I don't know. I
don't even remember her saying that, to be honest.
I feel like I might be playing myself. So that's when I thought it was false. But then there was so much like detail with the hairpin, right? The bookmark and the hairpin, and like middle schoolers are animals. This shit happens all the time at these like camps, right? You know it, right? At least we all have at least one friend who had a school trip romance with some other
Yeah.
friend
Yeah.
from a different school or a different,
Oof.
right?
Okay,
So
yeah,
it seems
I think it's true.
plausible. I want to say false just to be exciting, but I think it's true too, man. I'm sorry. You might have just gotten us both, but yeah, I'm gonna lock in true.
I think I'll do true as well. I don't know that. Okay, yeah, true. What is it?
It's false.
Oh shit, dude.
No.
Well played.
See, this is what gets me when I think about that. Like for 6 years. For 6 years, my very, very dry 6 years from 12 to 19. No, that's 7 years. I can't do math. But from
Wow.
12 to 17, I think about like romantic situations in my head.
The name was like, you said Nikita, which is not, that was well done, dude.
Was there like, does Nikita exist in some, I don't know,
There-
capacity?
There was a guy in my class when I like went to UK for a summer camp.
Mm.
And then there was a guy in my class whose name was Nikita, and I remember that name because there's a show called Nikita,
Mm.
and I was like, I've never seen a guy with a name called Nikita.
Yeah.
I wasn't even at the competition.
No.
So you didn't win the award.
I was in a choir in my school. I was in a choir for a year,
Okay.
but I dropped before the competition happened because you have to go like really intensive training for the competition. And my mom's like, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna study.
Damn.
Well,
bro.
audience, I guess we don't have an award-winning singer on
Yeah.
the podcast. That's so
Oh, no.
embarrassing. Oh my gosh.
Award-winning adjacent.
Yeah.
Because I know the award-winning members of the choir.
Oh yeah.
And you
There you
were
go.
on the team at some point,
Yeah,
right?
I was on the team. Like I was with them in spirit.
Yeah, the fifth member of the Beatles, right?
Yeah.
Still,
I
sort of.
saw all of their posts on social media about
Oh,
how great
no.
is Latvia and
That's,
like all of their trip to Europe that follows.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I should have known that no 15-year-old boy would be that smooth, dude. That's like, come on, put the thing in your hair. Dude, that's
When you
not
said-
possible, dude.
Shoot, man, when you said this part is true, I was like, okay, it's definitely
Yeah.
false.
Dude,
And
was that true then? Like, was it?
There was a 15-year-old boy who pulled off that move,
Oh.
but I was watching it.
Okay.
Damn, bro. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay,
Good for
that's
him,
you
yeah.
know. So Willow, has to be said,
Yeah.
you're the first one to fool both of us,
Yeah,
dude.
that's
yeah.
true.
So,
Congrats. Yeah, 2 points, dude.
Game
2
on,
points.
dude.
So what is it?
3-2, but you
3-2.
have a round in hand. You also 2,
3-2. Okay. Yeah.
and you have a round in hand.
Oh,
So
this is exciting.
if you fool Willow, you get one. You and I
get
tie.
3, yeah, but if you, but this is the last round, so
Double points.
daily double,
Daily double.
daily double. Okay. Let's do
So if he fools you, you still only get 1 point.
it. Okay.
So we tie. But if you get it right, you get 2 points and you win.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn. So
Exciting.
I can't win. The best I can do is draw with you.
Okay, bro. You won last time. Right?
And Willow, yeah, game on, dude.
All right.
Damn. See, look at that. Look at
Let's
that.
hear it.
Yeah, well played. That story, really well done.
Let's hear it.
Okay, so to start the story off, my mother is she's crazy awesome, like really headstrong, really like bold, she's a really cool woman aside. But anyway, this story is about how she got us into like an extremely dangerous situation because of her headstrongness and boldness and stuff. Anyway, so this happened when I was like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, something like that, right? Very young. Barely. I only know this well because it's been retold so many times in my family. But anyway, so it's like we were in Walmart, right? And this is when I lived in America. So I lived in America up to the age of 9, and then I moved to India. And this was in America, and it was a Walmart. And it wasn't our normal Walmart. It was a Walmart in a faraway area in our town that was a little shadier. Like the area around that Walmart was kind of shady, not very safe, and it was also nighttime when we went. Anyway, we go to Walmart, pick up all our stuff, our cars in the parking lot. So it's just me, my mom, and my brother, who's 2 years older than me. So he's also like 8, 9, something like that. I don't remember the exact age. But anyway, we get our medicine, Walmart stuff. I've said Walmart so many times I can hear it.
Sponsor.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored. Not
yeah.
yet. Please sponsor us.
But anyway, so we get all our medicines and our whatever, I don't know what we were getting, and we go outside in the parking lot, right, and we see our car, and right next to our car is another car with 4 dudes, like 4 huge dudes, right, and our license plate is not on our car, and we just see them like closing the door, like we just see them steal our license plate basically. And my mom grabs both my brother and I, and she like charges up to the car, right? And she opens the driver door, and she's like, "Give me the license plate back." And they're in shock, right? My mother is a 5'5" Indian woman, right? And these guys are like gigantic, like just dangerous looking guys. And I don't know, in the retellings, one of them had a gun, but I don't know about that, okay? But so it was like, they're just looking up at her, and she's demanding the license plate back, right? And my brother and I, we don't even know what's going on really. We're just like holding, my mother's sleeve, like, let's go home already, right? And she's like, "Give me the license plate back." And they just take it out of their coat and they hand it to her, and she just grabs it from them. She's like, don't do that. And then she puts it on she takes us in the car, puts it on the dash, and takes us home, right? And like my dad, he hears this from her. She proudly tells him, like, yeah. And this is also like, my mother came to the States a bit later than my dad, so she's not as like, doesn't know about this stuff. But she told my dad this story, super proud and stuff. He's like, are you crazy? Like, you were with the kids and like someone was stealing your license plate. These guys are probably like, hardened criminals. And, she was like, oh, well, I got it back though. And obviously, no one was harmed. But yeah, that's just a story of me witnessing my mom be one of like the craziest motherfuckers alive, dude.
Badass though.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, how far was your car parked?
It was like you just exit Walmart and it was, I think, 20 meters. I don't know how many feet, but
Oh, I know meters.
yeah. Oh
Yes.
yeah, there you go. But it was like right in front, so we could see it happening as we exited the thing. I personally will admit I don't remember seeing it because I don't know what I was, doing, but my mom saw it clearly and she grabbed our hands and charged up to them. So, yeah.
How old were you again?
6, 7, 8, 5 even maybe, I don't know. Really young.
How was this retold in your family? Like,
So my mom obviously is very proud of it. She tells it very proudly. But, my dad always chimes in at the end and is like, this is very dangerous, and she had no idea what she was doing and stuff. Which is true, obviously. Like, if you witness a theft, call the police. Don't run up to the thieves and grab the stuff back. But, yeah.
Damn. You have any more questions, Willow? It's a simple story.
it's a simple story.
That's
And
the
it's
thing.
also a really exciting story.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So it's good. It's good.
Are you
for
saying my
sleep.
mom is not a badass?
No, I'm sure your mom's. I think all moms are badasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom's a badass.
Yeah, mine too, dude. I think we can back that. This podcast
Yeah.
loves moms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom loves certified.
Yeah.
Was your dad? So like after that, did your dad change?
Change?
Like in terms of like, like going to the supermarket with
Oh.
you guys together, or like just become more protective and stuff.
No, I mean, it wasn't like a, traumatic type of incident, thankfully, because, nothing happened. But, I mean, the thing is, like, he basically explained to my mom, like, don't do this kind of stuff, and she was like, yeah, I get it. But obviously she's a little proud of it, and it is cool, yeah, but it was fine. Like, my mom's generally responsible. She knows what's up.
I'd like to believe that your mom is a real badass. Like it does sound like a real story.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like a true story.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Don't try and read my facial
I'm
expressions.
not going to. You guys are fucking sociopaths.
Yeah.
Psychopaths. I don't know. Either way.
Both.
Both.
Neither.
Pathological
In danger.
liars.
Help. If you hear this and don't fight me after this, you know what happened.
Yeah, we're gonna kill you and then release the podcast.
Yeah, that's the plan, right?
I'll get famous after I die. I already have 2 points. What the heck? I'll say it's true.
So,
Locking
final
it in?
answer?
Yeah.
Locking
Okay.
it in. All right. Yeah, it is true. Actually, my
Damn,
mom actually
bro.
is crazy. Yeah.
That's so cool.
You just won, Willow. That's
I
crazy.
did?
Yeah.
Congratulations! Wow.
Yes.
Hall of Fame, dude.
The
Amazing.
comeback kid.
Honestly, dude, that was a crazy comeback. I have
Yeah.
to say.
Oh, 5 points? No.
No,
Four.
4
4
points.
points.
But still, that's huge, man.
It's
points,
what I
yeah.
do.
Well
Yeah.
played, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. First
Yeah.
guest
And you
to
went-
win, dude.
Dang.
Is that? Yeah. Let me make a note, dude.
You had 0 points in the first round, and you
Yeah.
got 4 in the second round, dude.
Yeah. Badass.
I mean, I still didn't get your story right.
Yeah, but
No one cares about his story.
No one cares about you.
I beat
Just
Arjun.
kidding.
but
Yeah, you did. You beat me twice now. That's a little
Woo!
embarrassing for me.
Okay, man. So
Yeah.
instead of giving you cricket, I can offer you like a dream cake since you won.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Go for it. I have like a jar of these.
You
now.
wanted to eat the cricket, right? Wasn't
You
that?
should also eat
Yeah,
the cricket.
I'll eat a cricket.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do
It's
that.
sour cream and onion.
It doesn't. It's supposed to be. That's a lie. It doesn't taste like that. Here you go. It's like a. Put your hand out. Wait, let me try and get you just the actual cricket, not the wings and the legs, and the accompaniments.
We gotta
Okay.
buy
Oh,
more crickets for
there
the
you go.
next
Sorry, yeah,
guest.
we gotta buy. Here, you can give me some of the wings back. Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
You want some?
No, I'm good, man.
Okay.
All right, world. This is it. I'm going to
Alright.
eat a cricket.
For those of you who
I'll
can't
eat-
see,
I'll eat
she's
this with
about to
you.
eat the cricket,
In support.
and she just ate it. Oh my god.
It does taste like sunflower seed.
Right?
Okay.
Not bad at all.
Why do you look so like perturbed though?
I'm just surprised like it doesn't taste like an animal.
It doesn't, right?
Mm.
And it's high in protein, dude.
It's not.
Well, okay.
Like you know how many crickets
Comparatively-
you have to eat for it to like be one chicken breast?
Yeah, but
You know
It's
how
not
many-
like
you have-
anyone's
tiny.
going to get it from
You have to-
now on. I'm no longer eating chicken breast. I'm only eating
No,
cricket.
he said that.
No,
he
listen,
literally
okay.
bought these home, and he's like, "Okay, listen, high protein. We gotta switch to crickets. It's
I didn't say
sustainable."
that. I didn't say that. But that's the future. The reason
Okay,
I
before
wanted
we
to
have
like
this
crickets-
argument,
Okay.
let's wrap up. So
Yeah.
congratulations to
Yeah.
Willow, our first guest to actually win, dude. That's
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
Round of applause.
Yeah.
Telling you.
The Nikita story is gonna go down in
Yeah.
history. That was
Incredible,
amazing.
incredible.
But
And yeah, boys, if you ever want to learn a crazy good move on the girls, just put a hairpin in her hair.
Hairpin
dude.
in your
There you
hair.
go.
but make sure she's also into you. We support consent
Yeah.
on this podcast, right? Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the hairpin.
Consent.
Hairpin consent.
There's like hair moves that is not pulling hair.
On the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, dude. I wish somebody gave me this advice when I was single, but I guess not.
Yeah.
Spent too many years on my own.
Pulling women's hair.
No, I didn't. Okay, no, I didn't. That's
All right,
a
anyway, that's a story for
different
another
time.
day.
Yeah. Thank you for coming on, Willow.
Of course, thank you for having me. This
you
was
have-
so much fun.
Yeah, good thing you
Yeah.
had fun. You could be a recurring guest since you're the
Honestly.
first winner, dude.
I
That's
might.
crazy.
Okay.
You know what? You know what we should do at the end of the season? We should get all the winners back and do like a tournament of champions. Dude.
Oh
That'd
my
be cool.
god.
How fun would
That'd
that
be really cool, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That'd be
that would be
amazing.
really great. I'm
Um,
gonna get out for some blood.
Yeah. Now you're the one to beat 4 points. That's the top of the leaderboard. So
Mhm.
our previous guest, Cade, if you're listening to this, we're sorry, you're not
Yeah.
number one anymore.
Sorry, bro.
But you're still last.
You did well, but
Yeah.
you know, Willow just destroyed you. So
And do you have anything to plug? Where can our guests find you?
My Instagram is Willow Like That Tree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a stand-up comic. I put shows on there sometimes, and if I feel like it, I put some clips up there. And I have a video essay channel called Peaky Girl Production. Peaky Girl is one word, and I make video essays there sometimes.
Amazing.
Awesome.
And do you have any shows coming up? Where can they catch you?
Yes, I have a show October 16th, I think, in the Comedy Chateau at 9:30
Okay.
p.m. and it's going to be on my Instagram.
Dope,
awesome.
man.
We got to release before then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
come
fun.
to see the show. It's really good. I'm opening for the show.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh,
Okay,
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Cool. All right, that's it, folks. The Story Game Podcast, episode 2.
Mm-hmm.